1. Dirty Grandpa. When Zac Efron is in a film, you know it's going to be good. Jason Kelly, played by Zac, is a soon-to-be married man who gets tricked by his grandpa, Robert De Niro, to go to Florida for a spring break experience they'll never forget. Long story short, it's probably the best movie to start off the year. 2. Deadpool. The most unlikely superhero is coming to the big screen and we couldn't be more excited for it. Deadpool features Ryan Reynolds' deadpan and devious humor as a man who becomes an unlikely and unwilling superhero after being treated for cancer. Now he's after the guy that turned his world upside down. The dark comedy and sarcasm just from the trailer alone proves this is going to be one hell of a movie. 3. Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. You would think that Batman and Superman would have a lot in common. They're both orphans, have mild-mannered alter egos, hang out in caves, and, you know, are tasked to save the world from bad guys. But that doesn't mean the two are in any way best buds. When the two finally meet, chaos breaks loose, just in time for another villain to rise up. Will the caped heroes work together for the greater good? In the meantime, it's got us thinking, are you Team Batman or Team Superman? Four. My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. Not that long ago, there was a big, fat, Greek wedding. Now, 14 years later, there's going to be another one. Only this time, the two getting married are as unexpected as it gets. Mama and Papa Portocalos, Tula's parents, find out that their priest never signed the proper paperwork for their marriage, so now another wedding is in the works. The wedding may be big, fat, and Greek, but just remember to stock up on the Windex. 5. The Angry Birds movie. By now, you probably know Angry Birds as a phone app, but soon enough, it'll be more than just a game. In the film adaptation, the birds live in harmony on a paradise island until they learn of their enemy's arrival, the pigs. These unknown invaders stir up some drama in this comedy and ultimately make this movie is a must-see for the summer. 6. X-Men Apocalypse. Anything X-Men related is usually incredible, and with the 8th installment of the franchise coming, we're pretty excited to see what's in store. One of the most powerful and evil mutants is back and causing mayhem, and it's up to a new generation of X-Men to come together and defeat their villain. Plus, did we mention Jennifer Lawrence? Yeah, she's back as Mystique, and if the previous films and the Hunger Games franchise has taught us anything, it's that girl knows how to kick serious ass in an action film. 7. Alice Through the Looking Glass. Alice in Wonderland was one of the most spectacular movies of 2010, and you know that the sequel will captivate you just as much. This time, however, when Alice falls back into Wonderland and goes on an adventure to help save the Mad Hatter, she's on a race against time, literally, to restore the world she once knew before. 8. Finding Dory. After the crazy worldwide search to find Nemo, Pixar's much-anticipated sequel has different journey in mind. Dory, whose childhood memories are slowly returning, tries to go after and find her parents with the help of her two companions, Nemo and Marlin. If we can be of any help, our advice to you, Dory, would be to just keep swimming. 9. Suicide Squad. And speaking of squad goals, there's another crew that's going to be super popular this year. A notorious group of supervillains are working with the government on a dangerous mission in exchange for shorter prison time, but that might risk their lives. With actors such as Will Smith and Cara Delevingne in this thriller proves to be something all of us have to watch as soon as it comes out. #10. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Unlike most movies this year, this film isn't a sequel, but instead it's a prequel. Based off of J.K. Rowling's book with the same name, this film takes place in New York City, about 70 years before Harry Potter's story. The main character, Newt Scamander, opens a briefcase that releases magical creatures out into the no-match world. That's the American term for muggle, and causes a whole lot of mayhem. In a nutshell, we can already tell this movie is going to be as enchanting as this teaser makes it out to be. And we can't wait. 11. Mona. A different kind of princess is coming to Disney and her name is Mona. The Pacific Island princess will have a different journey than most. Not only will she be the first Polynesian princess, but she won't have a love story. Mona will go on to search for Oceania, an ancient island, and along the way meet and befriend some of her heroes. This story is ultimately a coming-of-age film about strength, adventure, and appreciation.